Get her done. Hey, good morning, D-Man. What's up, brother? Ah, beauty, beauty. Beauty, thanks for dropping the like, brother. I appreciate it. Awesome, awesome. Yep, gonna pump out a couple of victories here. While I have my coffee. Breakfast of Champions. Beauties. How you doing, brother?
Holding for deployment. Take this time to ready up. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Oh yeah.
See.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Didn't even hit the ground.
Training's over. Time to see what you've learned.
Yeah, bazooka juice.
Resurgence. The gas is closing on your position. Suggest you start running.
That's a solid LC.
Fallen allies will redeploy as long as you remain
Hey,
alive.
good morning, Douglas
Earn
Edwards.
points
How you
to
doing,
bring them
brother?
back to the action faster.
Morning, brother Doug.
Hostile dropping into
How
the
you doing
area.
today, sir?
Primary objective is to eliminate all enemies.
I'm just
Attack.
having my coffee, doing a breakfast stream. Breakfast the champion.
Contact.
Shoot at
I
my
have a
teammate.
kill.
Take him out. Oh, guy landed in.
Enemy UAV active.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, sir. How about yourself? How you doing today, Doug?
Enemy UAV active.
Anything going on today? Saturday? I know there's no UFC tonight, so one next weekend though, so I'll be watching that, but nothing this weekend though. That's okay. Can't have fun all the time, right? That's a pretty good gun. But I like the sniper too.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Take out another guy there. Oh, nice, my special. That's my gun.
Enemy precision
It's okay.
airstrike. Stay alert. Enemy precision airstrike. Stay alert.
I like this one because I can run fast with it. I I actually have loadout money.
You're losing ground. Move it. Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Got him. Going to get a loadout.
Enemy team is tracking your position.
Oh, shoot.
Loadout drop headed your way.
That's not where I wanted to put that. Yeah, exactly. I totally understand. Me too, man. The older I get, the more I like to just relax. You know? I enjoy just doing nothing, to tell you the truth. Sometimes I go fishing, I don't even put a line in the water. I just like to catch a good time.
Are on the way.
I'm there to catch a good time, that's it. Catch a relaxation, and that's it. I don't even want to catch a fish sometimes, it's too much work.
Our loadout drop inbound. One of your allies is back in the game. Gas is moving in. New safe zone highlighted.
Yeah.
Mercenaries forming a supply chopper to offload their cash reserves.
What kind of work do you do? I'm a plumber. Plumber pipe fitter, so that's my jam. They're always gonna need that, right? People always gotta go to the bathroom. And that's one of those things that people don't even appreciate it until it's gone, right? You know? People don't appreciate going to the, like, you know, running water, shower, washroom, toilet, you know? It's, yeah, exactly. You know, you're always gonna need it, right? Like, I could just set up, like, a little washroom somewhere, you know? Little washroom, a little kitchen sink area, also a little cooking area and stuff, a little homestead type thing, you know?
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
But I know it seems to be difficult. Like where I live, there's a lot of people in tent cities and stuff like that, and it always seems to smell really bad. And I always say, like, the first thing I would do is say, we gotta be uphill, you know? Wherever you're going to the washroom, make sure it's downhill of where we're living, because we don't want everything we're stinking where we're living, you know?
Enemy UAV active. Squad member is redeploying. Gas is moving.
There's ways, I guess, you can go about doing it, but yeah, trades are always going to need electrician, plumber, drywall, carpenter. Always going to need it. They're never going to, technology's never going to take over that, you know.
Enemy UAV active. Hostile dropping into the area. Enemy UAV active.
Where's that guy shooting me from?
Reinforcements are on the way.
Right out of high school, so that also is good. So I was a journeyman when I was like 21 years old, which is key. That makes things really nice.
Keep your eyes peeled.
I mean, there's always things you can learn, you know. There's always you learn every day.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. Enemy dropping into the AO.
They make you learn everything in trades. You know, like 90% of it you're never going to use. Everybody is like that. 90% of it they're never going to use. Because no matter what you do, you pretty much you're always doing that same thing for your whole career, you know. The people that work at the nuclear plant, they stay at the nuclear plant
Enemy
their whole
UAV
career.
active.
The people that are service people, they stay... Dang it, I had the wrong gun in my hand.
Target appears
The people
hostile.
that are service people,
Got contact.
they stay doing service their whole career. Pretty much, right? Like, you can always do different things. You've learned them all, so you're capable of them all, but you get good at it through doing it through time, right? But yeah, I know there's a lot of people not really wanting to get in the trades now. I know that for sure too. Even the young guys, like I notice a huge difference now from when I was I was first starting out, like the way people are.
Turning you to the front lines. Go get them.
It just seems that people don't really care that much anymore, you know. They care about just taking care of themselves and that's it, and they'll sell anyone up the street for anything, you know. I don't know. That's just not how I've been.
Survive until
And
others
always
redeploy.
have.
One of your allies is back in the game.
But yeah, I don't know. It's not the way to go about it for sure, but yeah, I don't know, there's no like,
You're the
the
last
honor
one
is kind
standing,
of gone, I
soldier.
guess, you know.
Survive until others redeploy.
And then what happens is people don't want to teach people that
One
aren't
of your allies
appreciative,
is
right?
back in the
So
game.
then the young guys aren't learning,
No longer
and then they're
available.
not understanding why they're not learning, you know.
Gas is moving in.
Well, because
New
people
safe
aren't
zone
gonna
highlighted.
teach, you know. Like
Reinforcements are
I
on the
started
way.
to notice that the older apprentices were much better, you know, because they wanted to be there. The younger apprentices, they didn't want to be there, you
Target's
know.
down. Marvelous.
Yeah, I hear ya. I hear ya.
Not bad. This AT mine.
Yeah, I imagine like you're in the same age group as me, a little bit older. I think we were talking the other day on Iridium Kush's stream. I think we're pretty much, well, you're in his age group, I believe. So, which is pretty much my age group. I'm a little bit younger than you guys, about 6, 7 years younger. I was born in 1980.
Aid station.
Oh, what? Right on. Nice. Yeah, you're actually a couple years younger than me. So, yeah, you and me are in the exact same age group, pretty much. Yes, you'd have been 82. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I was just barely 80. I was early February in 1980. February 13th. Good morning. Good morning, Iridium Kush. How you doing, sir? How you doing today? Oh, I'm just having my coffee, shooting the breeze. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. I think that, well, I'll read it, I guess. Yeah, but as much as I enjoy technology, it seems that people today are not as social. Yes, I totally agree. Good finishing, trimming herb. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, that's always, I enjoy that part. Because it's right about the enjoying part. So, it's almost at the fun part when you're at the trimming part. Yeah, I think, and I noticed in the last 2 years that it's gotten quite a bit worse. You know, people not being able to socialize, you know. And I've even noticed like people at stores, the customer service, that people don't know how to socialize. And I'm like, hey, that's like unacceptable behavior, you know. And you work there, you're the employee, you know. You're not supposed to act that way. But I guess they don't see a problem with it. You know, just being rude to people and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, they seem to think that it's okay to do that. And they don't understand. Like, I've told multiple people, like, people like me, when you're rude like that, I just won't spend my money here. You know, I'm not gonna get angry, I'm not gonna get mad, I'm not gonna scream and yell. I'll just not shop here again. I'll not spend my money here, and that's it. You know? That's the best way to do it. I find the older I get, the more I
Check your gear and weapons.
don't
We
really
go
get
soon.
upset with other people. I just don't associate with those people anymore, you know? Yeah, exactly. But they're not kind at all, you know? They're like, I don't know, I can't even describe it. But what they really don't like, though, is if you leave a review on like Google or whatever, they really don't like that because other people will see that. But I don't even know if they really care all that much about that either. But yeah, people used to be like, you know, the customer's always right. They had that attitude, you know. I worked at Wendy's when I was in high school. And I remember that that was an amazing job. That was back in 1995, 96. There was no cell phones, none of that. And yeah, I worked at Wendy's. But I remember that they stressed that you want to get the customers out the door in the same order that they came in the door. So you don't want to be like cutting other customers in front and stuff like that. But yeah, they don't even understand that. Like, they'll just totally cut someone in front of someone else and not even care. You know?
Hostile dropping into the area.
But I find that the guys are much better than the girls. You know, if I ever go somewhere, I always hope that it's a guy serving me.
The real fight begins now.
And not a girl. Because if it's a girl, I know for sure that she'll do shady shit like that, you know? Like, leave you for somebody else, because, you know, whatever, for whatever reason. But they don't understand, like, I don't know, basic decency and common respect, it seems. Like, I don't know, I do, I guess. I would never say some of these things, you know, or just act in those ways. It's not that they'll say anything. They'll just do it, like, passive-aggressively, right? Yeah, exactly. 100% drama. 100% drama. Like, if there's no drama, we'll make it drama, you know? Like, how long do you need to take to realize that we don't like drama? We have drama at work. We want no drama when we're not at work, you know?
Bring that number down.
But that seems to be the big,
Make your way to the target.
I'm gonna get you.
yeah, exactly. I do that 100%. Like, I'll try to get the guys because, and I don't mind tipping them either. Like, I'll tip them, and I'll even tip them more because I know that they don't usually get tips, you know? That it's not commonplace for people to give them tips. And I do appreciate their service, you know? I do appreciate that they're pleasant and kind and respectful and all those things. I appreciate that, so I'll give them a tip. But, yeah, I definitely don't want the
Contract's
chicks.
complete and payments released. Figure
Good morning, the Emperor of Canada. Good morning, Brother Mitchell. How you doing today, sir?
One member is redeploying. Dropping into the AO.
Whoa. Beautiful. He hit my plates. Nice. Oh, nice. Beautiful. I didn't even see that. The salute. Beauties. I didn't know for the longest time that that's what that 07 was. That it was a salute. Nice. Beautiful. That's exactly what I'm doing right now, brother. Just having my breakfast coffee. Beautiful.
Gas is moving.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day here too, eh? I'm sure you got basically the same weather as me, so. Ah, I didn't see that guy. Nice, nice. Beautiful.
Easy as pie.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to be a gorgeous day today. Gorgeous.
Resurging. Go get your revenge.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was having my coffee this morning, like when I first got up, and I opened my sliding
Enemy
door,
radar jammer
and some
detected in
neighborhood
your
cat
area.
just like walked in my apartment. I was sitting on the chair, and I'm like, did someone just freaking move in here? It's this little black cat. I've seen it in the neighborhood. Nice little cat, but it's just hilarious. He walked right inside like he owned the place.
Loadout drop inbound. Hostile drop in the area. Enemy UAV active.
Oh, there's no guns here.
Got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Mercenaries want to escape next round. Go stop them. Reinforcements are on the way. Enemy UAV active.
Beautiful.
Enemy precision airstrikes. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
That was kind of neat score. Oh, two of them again? Come on. Where's my team? Where's my team on that one? Oh, nice. Nice. I have an issue with it. For some reason, whenever it gets on my skin, it irritates me. And I don't know, I get like little bumps on my skin and stuff like that. I think I might actually even be allergic to it. Like I get these little like almost like a rash on my forearms and stuff like that from handling it too much. So I have to use like a grinder, and I handle it very minimally. Like I hardly ever let it touch me. I just stick it in the grinder, grind it up, and then twist it up. Awesome, awesome. You got a haircut today, eh, Douglas Edwards? Beautiful, beautiful. I just shaved my head. I've been doing the same haircut since I was like 20 years old. Just shave it. I don't have many options though. Nice. Nap time already. Yeah, I could see that. I'm an early riser too, Chris, so I could totally see that. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Yeah, I set it on. I set my notification, so I'll be there. But I haven't been getting all the notifications, so I'll have to make sure to be there.
Holding for
But I will.
deployment. Take this time to ready up.
I'm gonna play for about another half hour, and then I gotta go do something. I gotta run out and get some food,
Hostile target here.
and then I'll
Hostile dropping into the area.
be hanging out. Oh, come on. Nice. Yeah, that is true. When I was a kid, I used to go to the same barber shop. Like, I grew up in Niagara Falls. And there was it was called Sam's Barber Shop. And he gave everyone the same haircut. It was so funny. No matter what you asked for, he just, like, give you the military cut, basically. Leave it long at the back. Okay, I leave it long. And he shaves it right off, you know?
Enemy soldiers nearby.
Nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, cause you definitely could let it go. Like the Robert Plant. You'd have the Robert Plant style. That was a great movie too. The song remains the same. The Led Zeppelin movie. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid, as a teenager. Because they don't really make movies like that are like musicals and movies. Like I guess Pink Floyd The Wall was kind of like that, but not like the song remains the same.
As long as you remain alive, earn points to bring them back to the action faster.
These guys haven't
Eliminate
seen
all
me here.
enemies. Attack! Enemy soldier nearby. There are 50 still active. Bring that number down.
RP system prepped.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't really have a choice though. I used to have long hair when I was younger, but I have two options now. The Randy Couture hair, the horseshoe, or just shave it right off. And I just shave it. I don't mind though. My head is round, so I've seen people with like complete square heads that have bald heads, and I say, man, I feel bad for that guy. Because you figure most people just, you know, they have like a round head, like it's a normal, you know. I think it is anyway. Like Stone Cold or like Bill Goldberg or something like that, right? Just a round, bald head. I remember one guy on a job site though, he was a siding guy. He had a bald head and his head was like, oh man. It was the most awkward shaped head I've ever seen. But I mean, he had an option though, so like I think he was bald by choice. Like I don't think he had to be bald, so.
Enemy UAV active.
Yeah, you know it is. Because most of them are round, right? You think like I said, Stone Cold or you know Goldberg or somebody like that. They just got that like pretty much perfectly round head, pretty much.
One of your allies is back in the game. You've got a loadout drop inbound. Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Nice, 2 loadouts, beauties. Oh, yeah, I know, right? That was a very common haircut. But not so much anymore, though, right? I don't know. It's pretty simple. I would think, I like it, actually. I prefer it because it's so simple. Like, I appreciate the simplism out of it, you know? I don't like doing all kinds of work and stuff, you know? What the heck is that guy? I just saw him.
Squad member is redeploying. Loadout drop heading your way.
Well, one of my loadouts didn't even stop here. I'll go snipe some guys. That's always fun.
safe zone. Gas is closing in.
Here's some gear.
Mercenaries trying to escape with their cash. Go stop them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people were not insane back then. Or like, there'd be a few of them, but like, everyone knew who they were. Like, the insane people. Everyone knew who they were. And it wasn't the norm. But now it's like, oh, the crazy people. Yeah, so brave, so stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So brave of you to be like, wackadoo, you know? So brave of you.
Squad member is redeploying.
Hey, what? I'm not saying you have to be like, I don't know. Maybe I can down.
Squad member is redeploying.
I just don't see it being a positive message to be sending out there, you know. Oh, what? Oh, it was the other guy. Oh, nice. Beautiful. That'll be awesome, Kush. Yeah, Montreal is a beautiful place. I love Montreal. When I lived in Ontario, I would go to Montreal. I went a couple of times. I went to go see a couple of Canadians games, and I also went. One of my ex-girlfriends took me to a UFC in Montreal. She took me to go see the Shogun against Chuck Liddell fight, which was also Anderson Silva, Talis Leighty's fight. But the Shogun Liddell fight was the highlight for me, and I met Vanderlei Silva. But yeah, I don't know. She didn't buy it for me. She had already gone to a UFC, so it was her second UFC. So I didn't feel too bad that I couldn't stand the sight of her by the time we actually went there.
We're not out yet. We're the safe zone.
But yeah, it's all good. Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, see? My thing just froze like that, and then I'm dead. Yeah, I had a glitch in the game, and then I come back and I'm dead. That's not very good. Yeah, Montreal is known for that, for sure. Yeah, the first time I ever went there, I went to a Canadians game. And then, it's a funny story, actually, but I ended up meeting Doug Gilmore in a bar after the game, and he was playing for the Canadians at the time. It was funny because the bartender came up to me and she said something in French, and I said, oh, I don't speak French. She says, oh yeah, you're not from here? I said, no, I'm from Toronto. She says, oh, you gotta hang out. She points to the other side of the bar. I'm like, oh, what, I should hang out with those guys or something? She goes, no, that's Doug Gilmore. Oh, no kidding, it is. And then he like come over, he like talked to me for a sec, did a shot with him. Like, yeah, fuck, that's awesome. Because he played for the Sabres before that. I said, oh yeah, it's good to see you, you know, you look better, because I don't like the Leafs. I hate the Leafs. I'm a Canadians fan. Or I was anyway. When I used to watch more sports, I was a Canadians fan. I don't really watch it so much anymore. But I said, you look better in a Canadians shirt than you ever did in a Leaf shirt. He said, I'm just happy to be back in Canada. Like I said, he was with the Sabres. So, because yeah, it's just good to be back in Canada. And then I went and told my family members at the hotel after. I said, oh, I just met Doug Gilmore. And they said, oh, did you get a picture? I said, no. I said, did you get an autograph? I said, no. I just hung out with the guy. I talked to him like he's a normal human being, you know? I'm not gonna go harass the guy. He just played a hockey game, you know? But I bet you that doesn't happen to him very often, you know? Probably people hound him. Oh, can I get a picture? Can I get an autograph? Like, how often do you think that some fan just hangs out with him, has a drink, and then leaves, shakes his hand and leaves, you know? But, yeah, super cool guy. Of course, he was really good when he played for the Maple Leafs. I remember that, because that was when Montreal won the Cup in '93, and Yeah, Toronto played LA in the semifinals, and that's when there was like this big controversy of Gretzky scoring a goal.
Marking enemy.
That, I don't know, I can't remember exactly what was the controversy, but something to do with Gretzky scoring a goal that, I don't know.
Reinforcements disabled.
Montreal ended up playing LA
SMG.
Kings, and then they won
Get
the
to the
cup
new
that
safe
year
zone.
in
Gas is
'93.
closing in.
Patrick Waugh. I love Patrick Waugh. That was the last time a Canadian team ever won the cup.
Redeploying. Clock's ticking. Make your way to the target.
That was nice.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Where the frick did he go? I like the fin. He's on the other side there. What are they gonna choose? Oh yeah, I don't know. Oh, come on! I guess I didn't have any plates. I guess that was the difference maker there. I didn't have any armor. I'm not too sure when they're gonna do that. Oh, you hated him when he played for the Avalanche. Yeah. Actually, I lived in Manitoba when he got traded from Montreal to the Avalanche. And we went to, I had tickets to see Montreal against Winnipeg. And right before Montreal came was when he left the team. And the whole reason I went was to see him, and he left the team. So I went to the game anyways, but I later got to see the Avalanche when he was on the Avalanche. And it was an epic game. It was when Chris Simon fought Ty Domi, which was an epic fight. I remember that. That was one of the best fights of NHL history, in my opinion. Ty Domi and Chris Simon. That was a brawl. Yeah, and that was a great move for him to go to Colorado, actually. Because when he was in Montreal, I think he won the cup for them. Both times. Like, even when he was a rookie, it was because of him that they won. Because he's so good. But when he played in Colorado, they had a great team. And that was all because of Eric Lindros. Because Eric Lindros didn't want to play for Quebec. That's why. And then they got all those players. They got Forsberg. You know, they got all those draft picks. Oh, yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that. That was Vernon in Detroit, right? Oh, so you're a Red Wings fan. Yeah, one of my good buddies is a Red Wings fan. And my first ex-girlfriend was a Red Wings fan. And I remember I just never, not that I had anything against them. I've seen the Red Wings play a few times, and Fedorov is amazing. Like, Fedorov was so fast. The way he skated on the ice, you could see, you knew it was him before, without even knowing it was him. Like, just because he was so fast. You know? The same thing with Michael Vick on the football field, you know? Like, I saw them play against Seattle. And Michael Vick, oh, he's so quick, man. Like, one stride is like two of everyone else's strides. And he's like twice as fast as well. Like, nobody could touch him. But yeah, Fedorov was the same way. Like, nobody could touch him. And before he signed that big contract, he was amazing. Something happened, though. Once he signed that big deal, he never played good again. I don't know what it was. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was, who did they have? Yzerman, Fedorov, and, who the heck was the other guy? Oh, Dino Ciccarelli. I remember him. And they had good defensemen too. Nicholas Lidstrom.
Take this time to ready up.
You know, that's the thing. Like,
Enemy soldiers nearby.
Montreal hasn't really ever had a good team in my lifetime, other than Patrick Waugh, right? But the team was never that good. Like, Colorado was a dominant team. You know, Detroit was a dominant team, or they were anyways, especially back then. Oh yeah, Draper. New Jersey was a menace too back in the day, because they used to play that neutral zone trap, remember? And they had Scott Stevens that would just wallop people with that same hit every time, coming across the blue line. Boom! He ended Lindros's career with that hit. Lindros was a league minimum after that, because of that one hit, and he even said he was going to do it too. I remember that.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
I went to Niagara Falls for the weekend, and right when that game was coming on, the coach said, because the coach didn't even like Lindros, and he said if Lindros doesn't play and we win, he's not getting a ring. So Lindros came back too early, and then Stevens even said before the game, he said if Lindros comes back, I'll put him right back on the IR.
Now
And I missed the first period. And I got to Niagara Falls, I got to my buddies, I go, did Stevens hit Lindros yet? He goes, yeah. I go, get out of here, he already took him out. He goes, yeah, Lindros is done. I go, get out of here, I missed it. He goes, yeah, it was epic. And it was. Man. Yeah, the coach didn't like Lindros, but I think it had a lot to do with Lindros' attitude. He wasn't really that good of a human being. I know that for sure. Because I know people that have actually
gas is approaching your position.
known him in real life. And just like some of the stuff that he did, like, I don't know. He's just not that good of a person. When you have an opportunity to do something good or not do something good and you just decide not to just because, like,
positive ID on the bounty target. Let's make this quick. Execute all targets in the AO.
I know a guy that went to school with his sister.
50 still remain. There's still plenty of
This
fight
is
to
before
take.
he was even famous. And he asked him for an autograph. And he's like, no, just didn't want to give him an autograph to a kid. And like, Lindros was a kid too. He wasn't even famous at the time. But if you're not nice to people, people will be not nice to you.
More talent has come to steal my treasure.
And that's what happened.
More talent
New Jersey was amazing back then. With Martin Brodeur too, that puck handling goalie. But that was another thing too. I love Patrick Waugh, but because of Martin Brodeur, I always practiced puck handling. So whenever we had like I was a goalie too, and whenever we had practice, I would always practice puck handling, and I could score a goal. Like I could shoot it if I ever had the opportunity. I could score a goal.
UAV active.
Just because I would practice it all the time, right? Most guys don't practice that.
Stop before you perish.
I mean, it would have to be a perfect opportunity for me to score a goal.
Kill them.
I was capable. I wanted to too. I tried all the time.
I have been freed
Whenever I had
from
the
my
opportunity, whenever there was like a pulled goalie, I would be ripping it down there, trying to score. But yeah, it's hard, man, because it's a big awkward stick, and usually it's only like 1 minute left in the game, and you know, it's just, it's a hard situation, and you gotta make it happen. Yeah, but Brodeur was a beast too, man. Brodeur was a beast. But the thing is, like, I don't know. It's hard to really say who was better, because Hasek was a beast too. Hasek was awesome. I think Hasek was the better out of all of them. But it was just because he had that different style, right? That no one could really predict. You know, no one could predict it at all. Like, no one knew what he was gonna do. But the thing is, when he played for Detroit, he actually sucked. Because he didn't get all the action. Like when he played in Buffalo, he was getting like 60, 70 shots a game. When he played in Detroit, he was getting like 10 shots a game. He was letting in like 8 of them. Yeah, same thing with Curtis Joseph. When he played for St. Louis, he was getting like 60 shots a game. When he went to go play for well, any other team. Even when he played for Toronto was a better team, I guess. They were better defensively anyway, so he wasn't getting all the action. It's almost like they need all that action, you know, to keep him sharp. Otherwise, he just stand there. Oh man, I wasn't paying attention to that stupid thing. The gas. No buy here either.
loadout drop on the way.
Yeah, that was Joseph was really good too when he played on St. Louis. That was a great,
Get to the new safe
great.
zone.
Well, the
Gas
team
is
wasn't that
closing
good,
in.
but I mean, he stood on his head, man.
Target marked.
Go
Hit
stop
it.
us. Enemy precision airstrike.
Feeling free. Strike it down.
Enemy is still alive. Repeat. We've got a loadout drop inbound. Allied UAV
Launching
overhead.
AT mine.
Hunt them down.
I didn't mean to get that. Oh, man. Oh well.
Indicating waypoint.
Didn't either. It's okay.
Helo marked.
Yeah, I always hated playing New Jersey though. Like, cause when Patrick Wall went to Colorado, I kind of started cheering for the Avalanche, even though they're not my team. Like, I was always a Habs fan. But I would go for them just cause of him, you know? And I knew that Montreal wasn't really in a position to be making any runs without him, you know? Because I knew that he was the only reason they were there anyways, at that point. But I don't know, hockey's just not what it used to be, you know? I have a really hard time watching any sport pretty much at this point, except for MMA. I love watching me some MMA. I watch it pretty much every UFC. Everyone. Actually, I think I'm gonna start doing like live streams when the fights are on, and then you know, we can just hang out and shoot threes and watch the fights at the same time.
We're losing ground. Move it.
And yeah, I just think it'd be kind of fun. Whatever, even if there's only a handful of guys,
Objective
it
is to
doesn't even
eliminate
matter,
the
you know.
bounty target. Got a loadout drop inbound.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Too much to do, and I just find that there's too much, like I was talking with JR the other day about that, there's too much, like, messaging being pushed, you know? It's too much about the message, and I'm like, I can't do that. And I think that the UFC is the best in that regards, because I think that they don't really push messages as much, you know? And at the end of the day, the UFC, like, put it this way, there's a new NHL hockey game coming out, and I think they have women in it now. I think they're putting women's teams in it, because on the cover of the game, there's a guy and a girl, so I'm pretty sure that they're having guys and girls in this game, which I don't really like. But the UFC game has girls in it, and I don't complain about that. But the reason why is because they're not forcing it.
Active.
You know, they're in the game, and I get the game, I buy the game, it is what it is, you know?
Get to the new
I'm not
safe
gonna
zone.
buy it or not buy it because of the female fighters. But there are some good female fighters that I do like to use, like Valentina Shevchenko is good, you know?
Knowledge waypoint cord.
Like, they're good fighters, you know?
Knowledge waypoint cord.
If I had the option of getting the game without them in it, or with
Here's
them in
some
it,
gear.
you know, I'd rather have it with them in it. But when it comes to the NHL game, I'd rather have it without them in it. Because they're forcing it to be in it, you know?
Launching AT mine.
It's not organic, it's not like, oh, you know, they're just as good. As far as MMA, they are just as good, but not against us, you know? They're just as good against each other, you know? Which is the same thing as
Knowledge waypoint cord.
Hostile dropping into the area. Fire sales done.
like basketball, I guess, too, right?
You made the
They'd be
top
good against
25.
each other,
Nearly
but
there.
they're not really going to do good against us because we're just physically more stronger, right? I mean, when it comes to something like target shooting, that's a different story because it doesn't come down to physical strength, right?
Gas is right on your tail.
Yeah, exactly. ESPN is... That's why I stopped watching hockey, actually. Because it's always on that CBS channel or CBC or whatever, especially up here in Canada. And they got so woke, man. And they totally push that agenda, you know? That woke agenda. And I I don't like it at all. You know, it's too much of that. That's the exact reason I don't watch. You know?
Take them down. Squad member is redeployed.
Here's some gear.
Resurgence is no longer available. Make your actions count. Gas is
Launching
inbound.
AT mine.
Marking new safe zone.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is. That's all it is. Just to sell booze, right? And it's so crazy, man. Like, I don't know. I've been to a bunch of different football games. I've been to a Detroit Lions game. I've been to 2 Seattle Seahawks games. And I've been to about 7 or 8 Buffalo Bills games. And I can tell you, the Buffalo Bills games are by far the most rowdy out of all of them. They're so rowdy, man. They're so rowdy. Like, they're like I think I was talking about this with you the other day, Iridium Kush. At 8 o'clock in the morning, the game starts at 1. At 8 a.m., as far as your eye can see, there's buses full of people getting drunk, and by like 9, 9:30, 10 o'clock, everyone is hammered drunk. Oh yeah, especially that Kaepernick guy. When that Colin Kaepernick thing was happening, that's about when I stopped. That's about when I stopped watching like football. When Colin Kaepernick was doing that, taking the knee and stuff like that, that's when I stopped. Because why are you even giving this guy, you know, he obviously sucks. That's what's happening. He's not good anymore, and he wants to still be popular. That's what's happening, you know? Otherwise, he's just gonna fade off into obscurity like the rest of them, and he knows that's gonna happen, so he's trying to remain famous, you know? He ain't Michael Vick. He ain't Brett Favre. You know? He's a one season guy, you know? 1-2 seasons they got out of him. He played that one good season, and that was it. Those quarterbacks are too high risk. You know, those running quarterbacks, they're way too high risk. Okay, I don't know why the heck this thing is even talking. But yeah, apparently my voice settings are on my other device, and it's listening to what I'm saying and clicking on shit. So yeah, guys like Kaepernick, they don't typically last very long, right? Because yeah, I don't know. They just don't. Because I gotta see if I could figure out how to put wrenches on you guys. I don't know how to do this, so I'm gonna try right now. Alright. Alright. Alright, you guys are all
Practice while you
moderators
can.
now.
You'll be entering the field in a bit.
And D-Man as well. And Rusty Rivers, as soon as he comes in here, is gonna be one also.
Enemy soldier nearby.
Beauties. Yeah, I'm a fast learner, brother Kush.
Enemy soldier nearby.
It's hard with these things. I know I've been trying to fool around with this editing tool for like some of the videos. Oh man, it's so frustrating. I spent like 3 hours making an intro, and I deleted it right before I saved it. It was so frustrating. But yeah, I try to be more strategic.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Practice is over. The real fight begins now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So long. The only thing that kinda I don't really understand too much at this point is the copyright issue, like the music and everything, how much you can have on there. And because I noticed some people, they put music on, like, you know, and I totally agree with that. I think you should be able to, but
Mark a drop point for your team.
I don't know, if I make an intro and I use, let's say, Thunderstruck, am I allowed to do that? Like how you did yesterday with the Kid Rock, you know, or do you have to put like the album and give and say, oh, like if I put the album in the song title or whatever, is that what's necessary to do that? I guess, or if I say I'm doing a Kid Rock playlist, let's say, and then I can play Kid Rock in the background, or like Ride the Lightning, even. Yeah, absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
Squad member is redeployed.
I have to give you one, brother. You're a Doug as well. You're the only other Doug. I think there is one or two other Dougs.
Copy system cracked. Enemy destroyed.
It's all good. It's all, dude. Absolutely. I'm Doug too, so.
Supply box identified. Marking location now.
If everyone notices that I'm giving Douglas Edwards favoritism, I probably am. Because his name is Doug.
AT mine.
But I'll try not to. I'll try to be equal. I just can't help it. I don't know what it is. I just have to give preference
Hostile
and
dropping
treatment to
into the
people named
area.
Doug.
Watch the skies.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, that was what I said when I met Doug Gilmore too. It's like, yeah, I'm Doug too, you know? Probably not very often that he meets other people named Doug too, right? What? Oh, the other guy got me. What? Oh, right on. Yeah, I have a big family. Like, my mother's side is Dutch, so they have a lot of brothers and sisters. And actually, my mother's older brother was named Doug, and he passed away in an accident. So I was the next one born after that, so I was named Doug. And the next few cousins after me were also named Doug, or their middle name is Douglas. But that was the reason why, because my uncle Doug, that I never met, passed away right before I was born.
Enemy UAV active.
There is no.
I hear zombies in here.
Enemy
Dang
soldier
it.
nearby.
More
Nice.
challengers have come to see me.
I don't like going in that
Enemy
building.
target identified.
Yeah, exactly. I don't meet too many other Dougs either. Not very often. Not very often. Yeah, especially in school and stuff like that. never.
Have been sighted.
It's just not a very common name. But that's good though. I like it. I like it to not be a common name. Not like Steve, you know, and then every third guy is named Steve, you know. Or I'm a plumber, right? So a lot of Italians. You know how many Joes are there? Joe and Tony. Too many Joes and Tonys.
Enemy soldier nearby.
He didn't hit my proximity mine? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Mike is a common name. Mike, yeah, even the Italians, there's a lot of Mikes in the Italians too. But for sure, Joe and Tony are the most common. For sure. Mike. Bob is like, it used to be more of a common name. You don't really hear it that much anymore. People my age, like our age, Tyler is actually more of a common name, I would say. Exactly, right? Exactly. Those are such plumber names, eh? Joe and Tony. It's me, Mario!
They're on the move! I'm moving. I see hostiles. They're on the move.
Oh, come on!
I'm hurt down.
Yeah, like our age group, Tyler is a common name, right? Tyler, Connor. Connor is like 35 and younger is Connor, right? Oh yeah. A lot of Italians where you are, eh, Iridium Kush? Yeah, me too. And especially where I'm from, Niagara Falls, there's a lot of Italians. Like probably, I would say, at least 30% of Niagara Falls is Italian, I would say. There's a lot of Italian in Niagara Falls. Toronto, a lot of Italians. Oh yeah. But I like Italians, because they eat pretty good, you know? And a lot of them are really nice people, you know? A lot of them are like really, really nice people. Like, if I ever needed a place to stay, I wouldn't call my family. I would call one of my friends' family. Because I know that his parents would let me stay at his house for like a week, and they would feed me, and, you know? Like, I mean, of course I would never just do that. But I mean, if I was ever in like a jam, and I needed it, they would be the people that I would ask. Because they would even invite me over for like holidays and stuff, and I'm not their family, you know, like I'm just the guy that's friends with their son, but they know that, you know, I live by myself and stuff like that. So whenever it was like Easter or something, they would invite me over, or sometimes even just on the weekend they would invite me over on like a Sunday. And it wasn't even my friend, it would be like his mom or his dad that would tell him to call me, you know. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it was either his mom or his dad that would, like, you know, say, oh, call up Doug and invite him over, you know. Invite him over for, you know, because he's just going to sit there by himself. Call him over. And they make homemade pasta, you know. It's really good food, too. But yeah, and at the same time, if they ever ask me for anything, I would absolutely help them, you know. If they ever needed a place to stay or whatever, I would return the favor, you know, no problem. No questions asked, you know. Our old accountant was a strict Irish Catholic. I called her the Penguin.
Practice while you can. You'll be entering the field in a minute.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The only thing is, the Italians, they put spaghetti sauce on everything. But it's so funny. Like we used to always make fun of each other. Like they would say racist stuff to me, and I would say racist stuff to them. But we don't really mean it, right? Like, obviously, I'm not really racist against them. But I would be like, ah, you it's all just, you know, like, we're good to each other, but we just say those things, you know, it's just out of jokes, you know.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Oh yeah, I think that's, oh yeah, exactly. And, like, we didn't have human resource departments and stuff like that, you know? Because, I don't know, it's weird. Like, someone said that, you know? Guys will say the nastiest things to each other and not mean it. And women will say the nicest things, but they mean it as an insult, you know?
Watch the sky.
Yeah, that's true too. People definitely take things way too personal. But I know people will actually see you, and they'll go out of their way to, like, create situations sometimes. Like, I've had a girl, like, just come out and say to me something, like, say an insult to me. And then I'll tell her, like, why do you say that, you know? Like, you should watch what you say to people. And then she said, oh, it's not my fault if you can't handle it. And okay, I said okay. And then I, you know, told her, I said, oh yeah, I'm fat. And I just take off my shirt. I say, I'm probably, you know, 25, 30 pounds overweight. I'm 6'3". I said, you gotta be at least 40, 50 pounds overweight, and you're 5 feet tall. I said, I bet you won't take your shirt off, right? I said, you got Joker paint on your face. And then she starts crying. So whatever, I go back to talk to her. I said, listen, you didn't even have to say anything to me. You know, I had a cigarette with her. And I asked her, I go, why did you even say anything to me in the first place? She said, oh, because I saw that you looked so happy and I felt like you needed to be brought down a few pegs. I'm like, what the fuck? Who thinks like that? Like, I would never think that way. I would never see somebody that's happy and say, oh, look at this guy, he's all happy. Let me go ruin his day, you know? Like, who thinks that way? It's just such a negative way of being. You know? I could never live that way. Just being so negative all the time.
Molotov, out!
Enemy UAV active. Enemy soldier nearby. Squad member is redeploying. Reinforcements are on the way.
Oh yeah. Have I ever stumbled into the doctor's office and listened
Enemy UAV
into,
active.
I guess you're gonna say the gossip, right? Ooh. Yeah, I pretty much don't either. I know what you mean, you know? Because nothing good can come out of it, right? Only negative can come out of it. But, I mean, there's some people I do. I have family members and stuff, but for the most part, I pretty much, you know, I keep an earphone in, one ear. I keep like an earbud in. Oh.
I see hostile.
Okay.
Idiot.
Nice.
UAV is out of fuel. Returning for resupply.
Nebula rounds, I'll take it.
Marking assault rifle.
Oh yeah.
Better than that.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna say, right? Listen to the gossip.
Enemy soldier nearby.
Yeah, they can be ruthless with that gossip, eh? And that's the thing too, you know? Like, they won't say it to your face. They'll wait until you're gone, you know? They'll be polite to your face. And then once you're gone, they'll be
Enemy
like,
UAV
you know what I
active.
don't like
Loadout
about
Firing
drop
that.
headed
explosive.
your
You
way.
know what I don't like about that person? Like, why do you need to be that way? You know?
One of your allies is back in the game. Enemy UAV active. Gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Nice, nice,
Mercenary calling a supply chopper to offload their
nice.
passengers.
All right, brother Kush.
Might be able to
Well,
ambush them.
thanks for stopping by, and I'll probably see you in a bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna play another game or two here, and then I gotta run out and do a few things, and I want to hit 20 pieces stream, so I'll see you guys in a bit. I'll see you over there.
Got a loadout drop inbound.
I'll get an SMG. I'm gonna try to get a victory here.
One of your allies
There
is
we
back
go.
in the game.
That way I can go out on a good note. Yeah, it's so crazy though, those interactions, you know. Oh, you know what I don't like about this person? Like, why do you even need to say that? You know?
Enemy UAV active.
Why not be positive? Because the problem with being negative is then you feel negative, you know? It makes you feel negative, you know, being negative. Being around negativity, it makes you feel negative. It just all around makes everyone feel negative. So I avoid it, you know? Like Gone with John always says, you know? I'm not 100% sure, Brother Edwards. Brother Mitchell was just in here, and he re-brought it to my attention. So I have it on notify, but I don't know what time. Oh, I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna check as soon as I'm done this game. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing, so I don't know exactly when. Oh, beauty.
We have to get to the safe
Beauty.
zone.
But yeah, I don't know if I haven't been getting a lot of these notifications. Like I signed up for Kush's stream the other day, and I never got that
Enemy
notification.
UAV active.
Ammo here.
Well, I got it yesterday. I mean, but the one before that I did not get, and I remember setting the notification.
Get me
So,
recon.
but yeah, like I said, hopefully we get a victory this game, and then we're good. We good. And then I'll be done for the day, for a little while anyways. I don't think there's any MMA fights tonight. I know there's no UFC, but I'm gonna have to check to see if there's a Bellator.
UAV is out of fuel.
Ah.
Returning for
Yeah, I didn't get James
Gas
Vaughn
is
Maxwell's either,
closing in.
and I have it set so that I get all his notifications, but I didn't get his last few either. Thank you, partner.
Here.
Nah, I got ripped. Nice. All right, you're off, eh, Brother Edwards? All right, have a great day, brother. Thanks for stopping by.
You test me,
We'll talk to you
I
soon,
kill
brother.
you.
Have a good day.
Do better this time. Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal.
All right. Let's get it for the victory, guys. Come on. Frozen.
Gas is moving.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Not a problem. Not a problem. Yeah, we'll see in a bit. We'll see you shortly. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be checking out 20 pieces stream in a bit, so yeah, I'll see you over there. Beauties. Oh, nice.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Resurgence is no longer available. Make your actions count. Gas is inbound. Marking new safe
Rocket
zone.
launcher out here.
There are 24 enemies active. Kill them all.
Here's some armor.
There we go, gentlemen. Let's get the victory here, boys.
Enemy recon drone in your area.
Oh, you suck.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Ready for more.
This guy's an asshole. No countdown? Alright, I'm done. He's my last one. Guys, let's get this victory.
10 remain. Victory is in reach.
This doesn't look great for me. Can't lock me down.
Aid station marked.
Hey.
Can't lock me down.
Only 5 remain. Finish this.
Aid station marked.